So yeah, that was a little embarrassing for her. What else did we do? Sunday I stayed home with while my wife had a girls' day. So I got to spend time with both of my daughters, just me and them. That was pretty fun. What else did we? I feel like we did a lot, but I can't remember. I guess I should write these things down, or start recording them. I can't really think. So today's Friday. We're gonna go play today. It's a late game again at 10 o'clock. So hopefully nothing happens. No rain. No nothing. Tomorrow I'm gonna go out, have lunch with my father-in-law. We do that from time to time. So yeah. So now getting into the review of my Z3000. Like I said, sorry that it's backwards, just because I'm using the front-facing camera on my phone, so I can see myself. I can see what's in frame and what's not. Let me start off by saying I'm not a big professional softball player. I mean, I started playing just this spring league, so I've only had a few games in, I want to say, probably 15 games, if that. That's probably been too much. Probably between 10 and 15 games that I've had. You know, I've swung a bat before, I hit softballs before, but I've never really played the sport. I wouldn't even say I'm an intermediate player. I'm a beginner. So take this for what it's worth. Don't make a big deal out of it and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. I know I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just giving you my personal review. So when I first started playing, I mean, I didn't have any equipment. It was more of actually I started playing last season during the fall league, because they were short player here and there, so I would play with their equipment. Brother-in-laws or other people, other friends would have an extra glove. Everybody had bats. Not everybody, but a few people had bats that I would use and stuff. So noticing when I would, and I slowly started getting my, sorry, Vidal's over here trying to get my attention, huh? Trying to get my attention, yeah. Yeah. I slowly started accumulating all the gear that I have now. But one thing that I never got was bats, because I started looking to them and they were kind of expensive, or good, as far as good bats go. I mean, I could have gone and bought a bat for 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks. But the good bats, they're 200 and up, you know, 150 and up. This particular one was, I believe, 300 is what my wife ended up paying. For those of you who didn't know, I really wanted it, but I didn't want to pay the money because I just started. But she ended up getting it for me anyway. But when I was using other people's bats, like I said, I didn't know how to really swing or how to hit the balls in the bat zone, which is from about here, somewhere around here to about here. I didn't know, so when I would hit, it's kind of hard. So when I would hit the, I wonder if I could set this up somewhere. Sorry guys, give me a second. Trying to deal with the daughter and trying to deal with holding the camera and holding everything else. It's a little more difficult. Okay, maybe that's a little better. So when I would hit the ball, like down here at the end or somewhere around here, for those of you know, like it's called a stinger. So when you hit those balls there, it would shake your hand all the way down to the bottom of the bat and it would sting. When you wouldn't hit a ball correctly, it would sting. And with this bat, what I really like, since it's considered a three-piece bat, there's a single. For those of you who didn't know, there's a few different bats. one solid bat made out of just one material, one solid material, all the way through without being cut or anything. I mean, and then they have the 2-part bat, which divides right here. So they have the barrel, and then they have the handle, and then a 3-part bat, which is what I have, which is the barrel, the handle, and then the center part, which connects it. And inside this part, it has like a little swivel almost. So when you hit the ball, it tends to, instead of it flexes. So when the ball hits, instead of it swinging, it flexes. So it flexes just a little bit back, and then it acts like a trampoline, and it spits the ball back out. And with this bat, I didn't get stinger. Like, I mean, I would hit what's considered a stinger, but it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't. I didn't feel it. Didn't feel any different than hitting it. I mean, you felt a little difference, but it didn't feel as big as when I would use my brother-in-law's bats or anybody else's bat. So I really like that about it. That's one thing that I really liked about it. Another thing that I liked about it is, I don't know if it's just because I'm progressively getting better, but it seemed when I first started, I didn't notice much. I haven't noticed much change in my swing, but I feel like I can hit just a little bit further. I'm not saying I'm scoring home runs. I'm not that good by any means, but I am getting them out there compared to where I would sometimes barely get them outside, somewhere in middle field. Now I'm getting them quite out there, where I would get it sometimes barely past second field. I'm getting it second base. I'm getting it past further than that now. So I feel like it's being a better bat. I mean, I want to say half of the people, we have a 10-person roster, and sorry that I'm mumbling and stumbling, because like I said, I really don't know to the extent of fully what I'm talking about, so I'm trying to talk to you as from the best of my knowledge. So there's 10 people on our roster, and I want to say about 8. I want to say probably 8 to 9 people have bats, and expensive bats. And I want to say out of the 10 people, I want to say 5 or 6 people use my bat because they really like it. So that's a good sign. When I first started playing with, as far as that being a good sign, I mean, they've been playing way longer than I have, and for them to really like the bat and be using it more than their bats, I mean, that's a good sign to me. So, and then one thing that I thought was kind of funny, when my wife first bought this bat, I mean, as expensive as it was, you want anything expensive that you buy as a person, when you buy something expensive, you want to take care of it. I don't know if you ever bought new shoes or anything, but you don't want them dirty. You buy new clothes, you don't want it dirty. A new toy of some sort, don't want nobody to touch it and stuff. I'm not that kind of a person. I really don't care. But I mean, at the same time, I do take care of my stuff. So when you guys ever see baseball or softball or played it, as soon as you hit the ball, your first reaction is to drop the bat, or when you swing the bat, you let go of it, you drop it to the floor. So when the first time that I used it, I hit the ball, and it sounds kind of funny. I grabbed my bat, and I slowly placed it on the ground, and then I took off. And as I started playing, I would just start tossing it. And when I would see other people toss my bat, it wouldn't really piss me off, but it was like, you know, they're tossing around a $300 bat. So I thought it was kind of funny. One of my brothers-in-law, he got an expensive bat too, and he said the same thing when he first got his bat. He was so like, oh my god, they just tossed my bat, or they dropped it like that, or they threw it into the cage like nothing. I thought that was kind of funny. And talking about that, one default, I don't know if it's just all bats, but one thing that I didn't like about it was, I'll try to see if I could get it. It started to chip. There's a chip there. There's a chip there. And I believe there's a chip right, yeah, there. I didn't like that it's chipping right away. Like, I don't know if all bats are made like that, or if it's just this specific one, or all Louisville Sluggers. I never really examined all my teammates' bats to see how their bats are, what condition they are in. But that's one thing that I didn't like, that it got damaged so fast. I mean, if I get real close here, you can see from where they've tossed it or dropped it right after they have hit the ball. And like I said, now that I have it, I mean, it doesn't, now that I've played a few games, it doesn't really bother me, but I just didn't like the fact that it would chip right away. Or how damaged it got right away. You would think, you see professional players, even as soon as they hit the ball, they drop their bat, or they kind of just toss it to the side. So I mean, you would think that they would make just a little bit better finish to it. Sorry, Vidal's messing with me. So that's one thing I didn't like. But other than that, I really love the bat. I feel like it did improve my distance of when I hit the softball. When it hits, it's a different feel compared to full aluminum. I think it's aluminum bats. Like that, the sound it even makes, it's a way different sound. Instead of hearing that ping sound, you hear just like a pop sound. And at first, it's kind of weird. It throws you off. You think you hit that you barely skimmed the ball, or that you tipped it or something like that. But no, I mean, it goes out there. So as far as, do I like the choice, or do I like the bat itself? Yes, I really love it. You know, I would give it 9 out of 10 stars, or 9.5 out of 10. The only, like I said, I'm not a professional player. I'm not an all-time player that I play all the time, or swung hundreds of bats. But from the few bats that I've swung, I really like this one overall. The only thing that I didn't like was just the durability of the paint. And I'm pretty sure that's just what it is, the paint. Just chipping off. I wouldn't mind if it was scuffed, like, let's see if I could get it here. Where is it? Like here. Oh, like here it's kind of scuffed a little bit. Throughout the bat it's kind of scuffed. If I get too close, sorry guys, it'll not focus right. And that I don't mind. It was the chipping that I mind. So other than that, I can't complain about it. I had talked about how I wanted the Z3000, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because it was an extra $200. This bat I really like. So if you guys are looking into investing in one, the only other difference between the Z3000 and the Z4000, from what I've read and heard, is it has a little texture to it, so the ball doesn't slip off. As it makes better contact, it gets better grip when the ball comes off of the bat. Another thing was the Z4000s. If you get them for ASA, they're also for U-Trip. But what I don't get is, if you get it for U-Trip, it's only for U-Trip. You can't use it on ASA. Or maybe it's the other way around. But the Z3000, it's either ASA or U-Trip. So if you play both leagues, then you might want to go for the Z3000. But I mean the Z4000, but I really like the Z3000. And one thing that I heard about the 4000s, kind of when they first started coming out, was that they would start cracking because they are composite bats. They're not aluminum. So I didn't want to risk it. I know they come with a year warranty and everything like that, but I just didn't want to risk it. One thing that I didn't know, when my wife bought it through a third party, which means like an Amazon or eBay, if you don't buy it from one of their approved stores, your year warranty is not effective. So since my wife bought it through Amazon, the year warranty is voided because it wasn't through like a sporting goods store, I believe, or it wasn't directly through them. So if you do buy it, I would recommend you go through a direct dealer that's approved by Louisville Slugger or through Louisville Slugger themselves, and keep the receipt. That way, if your bat cracks or anything like that, anything that isn't extreme use, like you're banging concrete or banging it against trees or concrete, if it breaks pretty much, they'll replace it. So yeah, I love the bat. I mean, what else can I say about it? Here's the end cap. It's got a little beat up too. So yeah, like I said, take it for what it's worth. I'm just a beginner. I'm not an expert at this. A lot of what I just said might have not even made sense. But for more than half of my team to be using my bat, and to really like it, and for me myself to see an overall improvement, it has to be good. One thing before I forget is, people say when you have a composite bat not to go to batting cages because they use the rubber balls instead of the leather covered balls, so it can damage the bat. But I don't know, I've been taking it to the batting cages every game, every Friday since I've had it, and I hit, let's see, each token that I get at the batting cages gives me 16 balls, and I use somewhere between 5 and 7 tokens every Friday that I go. And I mean, I haven't seen any damage because of that. I've seen more damage from actually it being used during real game. I think if you're a heavy hitter, like a power hitter, then I would not recommend taking it to the batting cages, because I mean, you just don't want to ruin a nice bat like that. So, but if you're not other than a power hitter, I mean, I honestly didn't see a problem with it. I haven't damaged it or anything like that, but I have heard, don't do that because it's a composite bat, you're gonna end up damaging it. To each their own, I guess. So yeah, and back to my regular vlog, I guess. We'll see if I know I keep saying I'm gonna try recording, and I'm sorry guys. It's not that I'm, by the way, if you guys are still just watching because of the bat, I'm pretty much done talking about it. If you want to stick around, you're more than welcome. But I know I've told you guys that, I'm going to talk to my wife about her being in the videos and stuff and what I do. It's not that I don't want her to find out what I do or that I'm scared of her. I mean, in all honesty, I feel myself like a manly man, like I'm the one who runs the relationship. I consider myself old-fashioned, like the woman does what I say, she cleans and cooks. I mean, I'm not that much of a dick, but I consider myself a little bit more old-fashioned, where I provide and she takes care of everything else. I'm a little bit more modern. She works and I give her, I'm not as strict as back in the olden days and stuff like that, back when our parents were young and stuff, or our grandparents. That's one reason I married her, because to be honest, I'm kind of a dick and she accepted me for who I am. But I don't know, I don't want her to judge me or to say that it's dumb or anything like that, because I'd feel pretty stupid about these videos. And I love making these videos. It's hard recording when I'm out and about, because I've told you guys before, she's there, you know, she's always there with me, which I love. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I love my wife. I love spending time with her. But I kind of wanted to get more of a base say. I wanted to be like, check out my channel. Like, whether I had 5 subscribers or I had hundreds or thousands of subscribers when I told her, I wanted to have a base. I wanted her to go back and start looking at my past videos. I mean, I really don't have too many videos up right now. I have, I don't know, I want to say a video a week for 2 months. At first when I started, I was making them daily, but I think it was getting boring for you guys, me just rambling about nothing, about my day, when you guys don't really get to see my day. I'm looking at my time right now, guys, and sorry it's a long video. It's so far 20 minutes plus. I don't know if, I've never uploaded a video this long, so I don't know if it's gonna be a 1-part video, 2-part video. If I remember right, like, to upload real long videos, you have to be like, I forget the rules and everything that applied when I started my YouTube account, so I'll see how this goes. It might take even forever to upload. Other than that, I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, I really want to bring you guys more into my life, show you guys more, because like I said, I want this to be an outlet. I mean, I want someone also who might be going through the same problems or same experiences as me to relate to somebody. If I can touch somebody internally and, you know, touch their lives in some way, even if it's just one person, I reach my goal. If I reach more, that's awesome, you know. You know, I want to talk more about life. It's just me getting to open up and me getting more used to this. And I think the more I record, the more I'm going to get used to it, the more I can open up. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Other than that, thank you guys for sticking in there. I know this video was long and might have been boring and not what you guys are used to. I mean, honestly, all my other videos, all I'm doing is talking and telling you guys about my life and about my days or weeks. So, thank you for sticking in there. I'll probably post this video right away instead of trying to record later on today and making this video an hour or something like that. So, today's Friday, July 17th. Right now, as I'm making this video, we're about to end it. It's 12:50. My weather's saying it's 93 degrees, which is awesome. So hopefully, let's keep up that weather and no clouds, and we can play tonight. So, yeah, you guys have a good day, night, morning, whenever you guys watch this. Just remember, be yourself, do you. Don't worry about what people say. Enjoy life to the fullest. Guess we'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully you guys meet my wife sooner than later. Maybe I'll kind of try to joke about it and see what she says. See if she thinks I'm a wacko or stupid for trying to do videos. I don't think she would really say that I'm stupid or anything like that. She might just give me a weird look like, really, you want to try that? Sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I started talking real soft there. But yeah, see you guys.